Well, the war continues to intensify in Ukraine. Today, Russian forces struck critical infrastructure in Kharkiv and Zaporizhzhia as Moscow steps up major attacks in the country's south and east. According to early reports, Russia unleashed bombers, killer drones, and rockets in a barrage of attacks this morning. Meantime, Moscow is also taking aim at the capital city of Kyiv. The mayor says that they shot down 10 missiles, but major electrical networks took some hits and are now damaged. And this comes a day after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made another appeal to join the EU. He addressed the leaders of the member states in Brussels yesterday and made the argument that the bloc is incomplete without Ukraine. Zelensky has only left the country twice since the war began nearly a year ago. So Abdujalil Abdurasulov from our partners at the BBC is in Kyiv right now with the very latest. So let us talk about what we're hearing, this barrage of attacks. What more can you tell us?
Well, according to Kyiv's mayor, Vitaly Klitschko, 10 rockets were shot down over the capital, Kyiv. 8 more were destroyed in Odessa, but air defense systems were in action across the country, including in western regions of Lviv and Ivano-Frankivsk. Some of the critical infrastructure, energy infrastructure facilities were hit, particularly the ones in Khmelnytsky region, in Kharkiv and in Zaporizhzhia, and we know that at least 8 people were injured in northeastern region of Kharkiv. And the commander-in-chief of Ukraine, Valery Zaluzhny, says that one of the cruise missiles, crossed into the airspace of Moldova before reaching Ukraine, and the Moldovan government summoned the Russian ambassador following that incident. But the attacks happened late night. There were heavy fire rockets using S-300 systems, and according to military, they used a record number of these missiles, at least 35 of them, and these systems are hard to intercept.
As we understand it, air raid alerts have been declared sort of throughout the country. You've been hearing them. What's it like this morning where you are?
Well, at the moment, it's quiet. As you can see behind me, the life in the capital Kyiv is going on. But earlier today, following the air raid alerts, everybody went down into the basements, into the bomb shelters, and people were waiting the moment when the air raid alert ends. And people were just sitting in their basements, and I saw some pictures of schools where children gathered in bomb shelters, and they were carrying on with their classes. They were sitting behind a desk and doing their homework and studying their lessons. So it just shows you that despite all these attacks, people here managed to find their way to carry on doing their daily business. Schools carry on teaching children, and hospitals carry on doing their work as well. But of course, people are stressed, and after every alert that they hear.
Is there a general feeling that, as you know, President Zelensky visited with a number of world leaders over the last couple of days? He's asking for fighter jets. He's asking for membership into the EU. Is there a general feeling that this recent assault is a response from Russia to what President Zelensky has been doing?
Well, such airstrikes have been happening before as well, and we get such airstrikes in Ukraine quite frequently, maybe perhaps once in a few weeks' time. So this is not something new, and perhaps these attacks, also the attacks in the eastern part of the country, may signal that the Russian forces are trying to respond. And we are hearing from the local administration of eastern regions, of the Donetsk and Lugansk regions, that the Russian forces started their offensive there in the east. And in fact, they're trying to push forward towards the cities of Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and others, and they're trying to encircle these cities. So these attacks, especially the ones that happened at night using S-300 missiles, they were targeting the southern and eastern regions closer to the front line. And perhaps it does indicate that the Russian forces are trying to respond to whatever that was claimed and demanded by Zelensky during his trip in Europe.
Very interesting. Abdul Jalil, thank you very much.